I've been postponing to make a video for such a long time. I haven't been feeling that well and my tripod just ran out of battery. But in spite of all of that, I just want to make a video about my perfume tray. This is a bar cart that I have, and here I have fragrances that I have prepared for myself for October. We'll see how I will change things up for November. I hope that my hands will not shake that much, and I would like to show you what I have on my serving cart of fragrances. Yeah. So, Amouage Interlude is a fragrance with honeyed kiwis, spices, woody and ambery notes. It's very balsamic and sensual. I've heard that in older releases the kiwi is not as pronounced. In this one it definitely is. The next one is one of my favorite scents from all of my collection. It's Amouage Overture. This is such a stunner. Juicy apples with brandy and saffron in combination with benzoin and myrrh, leather and cinnamon. It is such a boozy, leathery, comforting, warm scent. To me, it screams wealth. It is completely unisex fragrance, but I refer to it as a rich auntie scent. Next one on this tray of mine is Crimson Rocks by Amouage. It's a honeyed rose with cinnamon and pink pepper and woody notes. Such a warm and spicy rose. Next one on the tray is one of my top favorites, sadly discontinued, Imitation by Amouage, which is about blackcurrant with ice cubes and florals and licorice and a little bit of incense. It is very, very unique, not for everyone for sure, but I just adore it in this cold, humid, rainy weather that we have now. Next on the tray is Incarnata by Anatole Le Breton, which to me smells like moist lipstick with juicy, fresh raspberries. Next one is Bois Le Mer, which is beeswax with honey and immortelle. There's benzoin and woody notes. It is such a warm cashmere sweater kind of a fragrance. And next two that I'm gonna mention are from the same vein. These two are also for me like cashmere sweater kind of a sense. This is Immortelle. This is such a stunning, wonderful, enveloping kind of a scent. It is sweet Immortelle with cinnamon and cloves, and there's benzoin and sandalwood and patchouli in the base, but mostly this is such a wonderful, sweet, comforting Immortelle. And along the same lines, one of my top favorite scents, which I absolutely adore, is Grand Soir. And I mean, you can see how much I love it. The pyramid is quite simple. This to me smells like vanilla, amber, and lavender. And the reason why I love it so much is because this lavender note makes it not it makes it much more interesting. I love it. It's like a warm scarf that you would wear. Love it, love it, love it. All these three to me is like cashmere scarf or sweater kind of a fragrances. Here, I will not take it out. This is Safanad by Parfums de Marly. To me, it smells like orange blossom that's wrapped in a very soft veil of iris. I think the iris makes it so much rounder, classy. I personally think that this fragrance deserves much more attention than it does. So let's talk about next two fragrances. This is Rolling in Love by Kilian, which is vanilla fragrance, and on my personal opinion, it is very well balanced combination of vanilla, powdery almond, and florals. On me, at least, it doesn't lean into any of directions, so it is a perfect balance between the florals and the vanilla. Just want to be careful. So the next one is Wedding Silk Santal by Kayali. It is not my dent. I bought a partial because where I live we don't have Sephora, we don't have Kayali, but I didn't expect to like this fragrance because I don't vibe with Kayalis. Unfortunately, they are way too sweet for my personal taste. I don't detect any sandalwood nor champagne in this, but surprisingly, I do enjoy this scent. Similar, like I would say about Rolling in Love, what I like about this is that this typical Kayali sugar sweetness that's in here is quite well balanced with florals, and I personally detect freesia the most, though there is also orange blossom and jasmine, but to me it is about freesia and sugar, maybe a little bit of what was in there, nectarine, I believe. So here we have Jardins de Misfa, which is a very sweet rose with dates, cardamom, and nutmeg, and a pinch of saffron. So let's look at this trio. Let's talk about the first one. So Mixed Emotions by Byredo. It's a very interesting combination. Hard to describe really, but it is mostly about blackcurrant, tea, violet leaf, and papyrus. It's nose tickling kind of a scent, but I really, really like that one. Next one is Bibliothèque, basically the scent that got me into Byredo. It is a beautiful suede with yummy plum and peach, and a little bit of powdery violet as well. And the next one is Animalique, which is also quite hard to describe. It is sort of powdery suede with mimosa and violet, and maybe a little bit in the citruses in the beginning. Very interesting. I really like them for fall. Okay, so I've moved a little bit closer to this area, and let's look at this tray. So first one is Orchidée Vanille by Van Cleef & Arpels, which is a wonderful, very, very cozy vanilla. There are also some powdery notes and almonds and truth be told, I don't remember all of the notes, but it is very, very cozy for this time of the year. Next one on this tray is by Tom Ford. It's Nor Extreme. I will not take it out, unfortunately. So it is yet again, we are going through vanillas here. So Nor Extreme is a vanilla with florals and very delicious coffee dessert and spices such as cardamom and nutmeg. And the reason why I love this fragrance so much is because of the cardamom. To my nose, the cardamom here is very, very prominent. Love, 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 love that one. Next is Burberry Goddess, which is a vanilla forward kind of fragrance with lavender, a little bit of cacao, maybe a bit of ginger in there, but this is vanilla lavender forward scent. I think it's quite classy and wonderful. I'm happy I finally got it. I've been sleeping on it for a very long time. This is fragrance that speaks. I think it's very sexy one. So this is Libre Intense. I know that for some people there's way too much lavender. I prefer this one from all of the Libre line. I think it's very sexy, very alluring. Yes, it's mostly about vanilla, tonka, and lavender. I mean, there are a bunch of notes in this fragrance, but to me, I think it is very sexy, very expensive smelling kind of a fragrance. Next one is Tilia by Marc Antoine Barrois. This is yet another fragrance that's hard to describe. I like to describe it as very bright, futuristic kind of a linden scent, which to me is very elegant and sophisticated. I don't know. I see it for any kind of formal occasion. Whenever you want to smell rich and sophisticated and elegant, always makes me feel put together. Next on this tray is Queer Cuba Intense. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. This is a very complex combination of notes, but to me it is just one of the most wonderful licorice with spices. There are like lavender, mint, coriander, lots of other spices, and patchouli in a base, a little bit of tobacco. There isn't any leather despite the name of it. But if you like licorice, if you like anise, give it a try. Also from the same brand, so Nicolai was the first one, and here's yet another one from Nicolai. This is Gourmand fragrance. It is a hazelnut with creamy sandalwood and milk and pinch of bergamot. It is just wonderful, creamy, milky scent, but with very, very prominent hazelnut. It's very unique and hard to explain. I'm still getting used to it and trying it out. Next one on the tray is Lancome Idole Nectar. Basically, this fragrance is about rose, about caramel, vanilla, popcorn, whereas to me, mostly it smells like rose with vanilla cream and nectarines. For some reason, it smells quite fruity to me. Next on this tray is Chambre Noire. This is a wonderful, very, very comforting scent. This is a woody leather with sweet plum and smoky incense. I would say it is very well rounded, soft, and cozy fragrance. I know that some people detect the patchouli. To me, it is more about the leather and plum. As we go further, this is one of my top favorite scents, Top for Life. This is 46th Street by Gravel. I adore it. It's very hard to describe. It is a jasmine scent together with sour wild berries, incense, and leather. It is a sour sweet kind of a take on jasmine. The jasmine here is not indolic. I get more of a leather, the cyproyal, birch. There is no leather note, but it's combination of notes, the birch that gives it a leathery feel. I adore it. This is my signature scent. I Absolutely adore that one. And I'm so sad that the newest releases there will not be any gravel. So this is a very unique and my favorite bottle. Okay, and here I have a Masque Ravageois by Frederic Malle, which is, let's put it this way, which is from the previous release. So this is a very warm, spicy vanilla with, to me, animalic touches, which I've heard in the new release is no longer there. Here is a scent that needs to have more attention. I feel like Theo Cabanel scents lately don't have enough attention. This is Ooh La La by Theo Cabanel. I adore it. It's one of the few nutty fragrances that I really, really like. So this fragrance is about orris, hazelnut, and creamy sandalwood. It is very interesting in a sense that on one hand it does smell like creamy orris butter, and yet it is powdery as well. It feels like those hazelnuts are crushed and just sprinkled onto a sandalwood and orris. I love it. You can see how much I love it from a dent. Another big one. This is a old bottle. It is Honey Sea Intense, discontinued version. It really does feel to me like a rose blackcurrant jam. I love it. It is sweet, but not sickening kind of a sweet fragrance. So I'll move a little bit away. And further, I have Stravaganza Valentino Born in Roma fragrance, which just is quite simple vanilla with jasmine and tea, but I find it to be quite comforting for the days where I'm not really sure what I want to wear. And in the corner here, we have two fragrances by Ormond Paris. The first one is Endorphin, which is a fragrance about elemi, vanilla, marshmallow. There's a little bit of pear and saffron and pink pepper. It is such an uplifting and warm kind of fragrance. And this is GABA by the same brand. And it is a very bright and uplifting osmanthus fragrance. There's a little bit of mandarin and lavender and woody base. So these are here. And as we turn to this side, we have Poets of Berlin by Wilhelm Parfumerie, a yummy blueberries with vanilla, green bamboo stems on a sandalwood creamy base. This is a travel of Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. I must say that I didn't like this fragrance, and I actually really wanted to have a case. So, but since I do have the fragrance in there, I will test it out. It is a combination of many florals. And unfortunately to me, I really detect the narcissus in here. Yes, it's about osmanthus and jasmine and tuberose and many more, but that narcissus slightly irritating to me. So I'll test it out. We'll see how it's going to go. Will we become friends or not? And on this tray, I have travels that I want to try to wear in this period. First is Tabac Rose by BTK. This is a tobacco rose with a little bit of plum in opening. So far it reminds me a little bit of Tobacco by Frank Buckley. Next one on this in this tray here is Abu Dhabi by Memo Paris. This is very delicious combination of dates and cardamom and plum with a little bit of saffron and amber and woody notes, I believe. This is so delicious. I mean, I really like plum and dates, so I'm really enjoying it. This is Spiky Muse by Ex Nihilo. I adore it. This is a rose, but not the luscious kind of a rose. To me, it smells like more of a green stems of the rose with the needles. There's pink pepper and something along the lines that seems like Isoi Super. I also have Carmina in here by Creed, which is a rose peony scent with a little bit of cherry and saffron. In the end, on my skin, it dries down to a very soft cashmere wood kind of a scent. The cherry to me is not very, very pronounced. I have Grand Soir peeking out because I don't have that much Grand Soir in there. And the last one in this is a sort of a, I don't know, a decant kind of a thing it is Atelier des Ors Rouge Sarai, which is about dates and plums and balsamic, vanilla, cinnamon, and patchouli. So I've been wanting to get that bottle for the longest time, but I decided to test it out before I make a decision. So this is it, guys. This is whole my perfume serving tray for the upcoming month. Let me know if you like any of these fragrances and what is on your October tray. I'm very curious. Let me know. Let's talk in the comment section. See you in the next one. Bye.